In today's Clash Royale video, we will take an awesome look at a really insane achievement in Clash Royale. I got 20-0 in the CRL20 Win Challlenge, but not just like that, like a normal deck, the OP deck or something like that, or just a really cheap cycle deck. I copied every single game, the deck from my opponent. Afterwards, I won every single game in the CRL challenge. Today, I'm going to show you a ton of different decks. Also, all of the decks which I used at like 15 wins and so on are the best decks for this challenge, since the people got really high with it, and this gameplay is absolutely awesome. I can tell you guys, the 8th, the 9th, and the 20 games, all of them were so close and so insane. If you guys don't want to miss any type of content just like that in the future, make sure to subscribe, and also make sure to give a fat thumbs up on the video if you guys appreciate the support, or like appreciate the effort I did on this and want to support this, because it was really hard to do, but I actually got a first try 20-0, so maybe it wasn't that hard, and I just want to bait on likes. And also make sure to use code MOD in the shop. I really appreciate it. I would say it's time we jump to the games. And did you guys get the 20 wins already? Let me know in the comment section. So guys, we're gonna start off with the 16th or like 16-0 on this one. So 16, 18, 17, 18, 19. These are the games, the last 4 games we're looking at. So my last opponent used the Hawk Rider deck. So for sure, since he used Hawk Rider, I need to copy it. And I need to tell you guys, this Hawk Rider deck is so solid. Since there's not really Golden Knight Drill anymore with the Tornado, it feels like this deck in most of the games has such a good matchup. So especially against this deck, I was actually worried because yeah, I was like, okay, do I really need to use his deck? Since I don't really feel it's like that good in the meta, but I can tell you guys for sure the last 3 games, all of them were last second absolutely madness games. So as you guys are seeing here, right now, he's doing a huge mistake. He misplaces Dart Goal 1 tile to the right, because, yeah, this actually, was really bad of him, because now I can just go for a lock here. Normally you would think, okay, you really want to save the lock against the fires, against the Goblin Brawl, but with this deck, honestly, you don't really need to do it, since you also have the Skeletons and the Fire Spit. Skeletons in the back, the Fire Spit to push up like the Skeletons, and the Goblin Ball will be flawless defended. Also, it's a +1 elixir trade, same as the log. So in this matchup, I really want to make sure to most of the time log on offense and make like this. Also, even if I don't have Fire Spit in cycle, just going for Skeleton, takes the damage is fine. Since I feel like against Lockbait, most of the time you really want to, especially against this Lockbait deck, it's for sure different with the Guards and Phantom version, or like the Dark Goblin Cycle version, since this deck is way more baity, right? Like the Phantom, Guards, Valkyrie, Rocket, E-Spirit one, like the pretty normal Lockbait deck. It's not really as baity as it used to be, since they don't even have Goblin Gang anymore, so they just have like kind of Princes. Guards don't really make sense to lock, and the Goblin Ball, which you for sure in this matchup more you want to lock. And also like the Riley deck with like Dart Goblin and so on. You just have really the Dart Goblin as a bait aspect, and really cheap cycle cards, and the Goblin Barrel. So this deck has with the Dart Goblin, also with the Cannon card, not really the Cannon card, I mean the Dark Prince, which also has a shieldness kind of lock bait aspect, similar than Guards I would say. Also, the Goblin Barrel, Princess, Dart Goblin, Rascal, so 4 big bait answers. So in this matchup, you really want to make sure to bait or like play the log on offense and try to break through with that. So this deck from him, I don't really think it's that good in the meta, or like that good in the 20 Win Challlenge. You could try it out, since E-Giant got nerfed and you don't have a building in deck. Last meta for sure it was horrible, since if you faced E-Giant you could have like given up already. So this is exactly what I meant. We're going for a log on offense, going for Skeletons, Fire Spit on defense. And as you guys are seeing, we got 1 good log. G-Skelly is so busted. I'm still like so surprised that they didn't have G-Skelly. Same for you guys. G-Skelly and Duel, they feel so good. So as you guys can see, I'm just going to go log on offense, on defense. And we actually won this game. GG's well played. Awesome victory. So guys, you were actually at 17-0. Versus this Asian opponent. I had to copy the bait deck, and we are facing Packet Bridge. Also deck which I felt like, okay, I don't really want to face this deck. So every time I was playing the game, I was like, okay, I really want to have a good matchup against my opponent, but I also wanted to face a good deck which I'm good with. And I feel like I'm really good with Packet Bridge Spam, but Packet Bridge Spam right now is in a really tough spot. All the giant skeleton decks, all the cycle decks, Mortar Skelly King. I just feel like the deck itself, it's not that great in the meta anymore. So the matchup, it's easy as it looks pretty easy, since he doesn't have log. Kanika is pretty good against Packer Rascals, but as it is not as easy as it looks. This is just what I want to say. Sometimes it's hard, since like my rascals, they're really expensive. I don't have skeletons to distract that. So bandit, ghost, both of these cards are quite annoying. Since I go for the dark goblin, the cannon card, especially like in single elixir and also in double and triple, like the pressure he can put on me is absolutely crazy. So for me, in some situations, especially if I use my rascals, my dark goblin, my rascals, or my dark bits on like battle ram or on top of the packet example, his ghost and his bandit will get a ton of value on top of my dark goblin and princess, since I cannot protect them and I still need to defend it. So they're going for the ghost on top of the princess, go for the bandit on top of the princess, and my princess will die and I still need to defend them. So this is really awkward in this matchup, I would say. For me at least. So he is going to play really defensive. So I think in this situation I thought about rocketing that, but I think I'm just going to go play the safer version here, or like the safer choice. Also, I should have played the cannon card to the left, because now the magic archer will hit the tower. So small mistake by me. So I need to go in for the rascals here. And this is exactly what I meant, right? I need to go for the Dark Golem High. If he would have gone for like, or if he had enough elixir, he could have just gone for the ghost there on top of that. And I'm struggling to keep up my cycle. If he goes now in for a ghost on the right side, like example, I wouldn't have any responses, since cannon card, Dark Prince and Rascals were out of cycle, since I really needed them against P.E.K.K.A. because I don't have really any cycle card against them, like Skeletons, Cannon, Fire Spirit, Skeleton Army, Guards, and so on. So going in for my Prince in the back. The good thing for sure still for us is that he doesn't have a log. The bad thing is also the Magic Archer is quite annoying in some situations. So this is exactly what I meant, right? I'm going in now with my Dark Winds on to protect my Princess, but it doesn't really make sense because he goes now for the Bandit, and the Bandit will kill my Dark Prince and now will kill my Princess and gets a dash on the tower. This is exactly what I said. So protecting my troops in this matchup is actually really hard to do, and sometimes you just need to let them die and kind of play your troops more into the middle to defend both sides. Example, the cannon card. Your opponent's going to play P.E.K.K.A. on one side, Bandit on opposite. You really want to play cannon card in the middle and just sometimes sacrifice your troops and don't really want to overprotect your troops. So, as you guys can see here, I'm just going to go for the log here and let some damage go. This is exactly what I needed to do. The cannon card gets a ton of value on offense now, since he still needs to defend that. And I'm just going to go in here for my Goblin Barrel. And the fireball from him was so early. For 1 second I thought he missed that and the Goblin Barrel would actually kill his tower. But as you guys can see here, we are right now in the damage disadvantage. The start from us, from our side, was really good. Then we maybe did like 1 or 2 mistakes, which didn't really look that big, but that really hurt our cycle. So this is exactly what I said. Now I need to go for that. I need to overcommit on the right side, since cannon card alone isn't enough. And we really need to overcommit now against the P.E.K.K.A. And yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. Like the full game, it's pretty tough to keep up against all the bridge from answers. So I'm gonna go for the cannon card on the right, killing that, also counter pushing. I think in this situation I was thinking about maybe going for a Prince at the bridge, but I didn't really want to risk it. So just going for a safe play here. Going in for a Dark Goblin here, going in for this. And I think this time I can protect the Dark Goblin. Also the Goblins get 1 step, important step on the tower, and puts in a tower below 1k HP. So Prince in the back is putting in a really good job here. Going in also for a Dark Golem. If the Ewis hits for 1 shot, it's completely fine. And this time I'm just going to go for my barrel here. Since I thought, okay, he might just drop something, but he played it really smart. Now he's going in most likely all in here with a battle ram. And I'm going for this here. Now I need to go for a log here. And this was a really important decision, because my only real choice right now was going in with my Goblin Barrel, because otherwise I couldn't really defend this. The Goblin Barrel, I was just hoping it would get enough damage. I wasn't really sure, but I was just hoping. So I'm going to go for my Goblin Barrel here. I knew he would get back to Ewis, but now I'm just going to go for a Dark Goblin. What an important Dark Goblin. Just to sacrifice and make the Barbarians are like a bit more distracting. And distract the Barbarians for 1 more second. The Goblins get on tower and get the final steps 18-0 in the CL challenge. So guys, here we are in the next game. We need to play P.E.K.K.A. Bridge, and currently we are 18-0. So 2 more games to clinch up the 20 wins in this challenge. So actually we need to copy the deck from the opponent. So it's going to be P.E.K.K.A. Bridge, Spam, and we are facing Goblin Drill. I was already, okay, this is a loss, right? I cannot win this one. This matchup seems impossible. He's not playing just like a normal Goblin Drill deck where I maybe get some value or can do something. He also has Guards, Inferno Tower, Fireball, Bomber, he can pressure so much, and if we don't have Ghost and Cycle, it feels absolutely impossible. So you got the Bridge Member aspects, answers with the Bomber, plus the Fire Spirit, plus the Valk. He got Inferno against my P.E.K.K.A, he also got Guards against my P.E.K.K.A, and Drill. It feels almost impossible to defend since we also don't have a Log in our deck, so we have Zap. So, I know in this matchup, I need to be so defensive, guys. I cannot really afford going in for an early P.E.K.K.A, since if I go P.E.K.K.A on the back, he just pressures opposite lane with a Drill, and he can just easily defend everything with a Inferno. So it doesn't really make sense for us to be aggressive. So this situation, I don't have my Ghost and Cycle, so as you guys can see, we take a ton of damage. And yeah, what I'm supposed to do, right? Should I go for a Zap? I'm just gonna go for Battle Ram here. Maybe I should have just zapped that, but he can just go now for his Valk. He just goes in for a Bomber, and soon he can go in for another Drill, and this is really annoying, since he can just spam. Honestly, this is from a Drill perspective, a really no-brain matchup. I wouldn't say this Drill deck specific is like the most no-skill Drill variation, since I don't feel like that, but this matchup is pretty no-skill for him. He just needs to defend, he just needs to spam 24/7 at the bridge and just spams Infernos, right? And in double or triple, he can go in for Dual Fireball, and there's no way for me to win this one. So, I think he's just gonna go for another Dual plus Wall Breaker here, I guess. So I'm just gonna cycle Bandit here since I need to do something. And this time I'm going for my Ghost here. Really good Ghost. And yeah, I'm just gonna go Ewis here. I thought he would also go for Wall Breaker, that's why I played Ewis like that. At least a really well placed Wall Breaker there. The good thing is for me that his Bomber almost dies, but there was an absolutely incredible placed Magic Arch from our side. So this time I'm just gonna go kite his Valkyrie, and I'm just trying to get Elixir's advantage somehow. So dropping my Bandit, I guess, on top of that, because I knew he would play the Wall Breaker, so really good prediction on our end. And we need to go for the Ghost, still one Goblin shot, 2 Goblin shots, even where the Ghost are perfect, only perfect answer against that. So this is rough, right? When our only perfect answer, or really only answer against Drill, because if we go for Ewis, he goes in for Fireball, and Ewis alone also dies to that. Sucks in the situation. We are in a ton of trouble. So going for the Ewis high on top of the Wall Breaker, cleaning that up. But as you guys can see, as I said, P.E.K.K.A, you could think it's okay to tank, but the Goblins still break through and get a ton of damage to the tower. So the Ewis is going to log on Inferno, and now I'm just going to go for a Battle in the back and playing my Magic Archer since his Inferno is out of cycle. I mean, his Fire was out of cycle. And this time I'm just going to go in here for my Zap. Zap was pretty good. He also goes in now for his defensive Duel, defensive Guards. My Magic Archer is still alive, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to slow her, right? I'm just going to go play another pack on the back and trying to take the Elixir advantage and maybe like another big push, another big split lane push, since with this deck you don't really want to go one lane and just spam everything with Elixir advantage like you do with each giant golem. You really want to split it up and make sure the opponent, or you're baiting out the cards you want to need, or you want to bait on one side to break through the other side. So that was so aggressive on him. So he got some damage, but look at this. The Bandit connects. We're going for the Battle Ram on the right, and now I'm just going to play Ewis on the left, just the pressure. And now we're going for a smart Zap on the right side. As you guys are seeing here, the tower after the Battle Ram connects, focuses the Magic Archer, we redirect that, and look at this. The tower on the right side just dies. We're going for the Fireball. GG's well played. This is a matchup. Like, I actually love playing P.E.K.K.A Bridge. In this matter, it's hard, but generally it's one of my favorite decks to play, since you can play the full game passive and you're just waiting for the opponent to do a mistake. And if you're like on a really good level with this P.E.K.K.A Bridge deck, you can win a ton of matchup just because the opponent at one time they will overcommit. They do a mistake, you just play passive. We were like behind the full game, but like one huge double lane split lane push can turn things around, as we saw here. 19-0. This is going to be hopefully the final game for today's video against Andy. So I really want to get a 20-0. So we had to play the opponent's deck, so it's going to be the Scorpion Duel deck. And Andy also, I think he's a viewer of mine, a really good German player, and he plays Graveyard. So he actually misplaces Baby Dragon, and we're just gonna go in for a Duel here. Duel Bomber first play. Pretty no skill, but this is what you want to do, and I can tell you guys, this game will be even closer than the last one. I can still not believe this is a game which you lose 10 out of 10 times. So I won this game, so maybe you lose it 100 times and win it once. But yeah, so my Valkyrie actually doesn't do like the job, and it's pretty annoying that the Tombstone is still on the map. So I would say in single and double I should have a solid matchup. In triple it gets hard. I do a one really huge miss in this game, so I don't really deserve to win this one. You guys will see it soon. I will explain my mistake there. That was okay in Fantower though, so because he's gonna use the ability, I can just go Bomber here, and then now I can pressure again. So every time a Skelly King is out, going in for Dual Warbreak, going in for Dual Fire Spirit, going for Dual Bomber is great. So this time I'm just gonna go pressure opposite lane here, since his Baby Dang is also out. Baby Dang is pretty annoying for this deck. So I'm also going for my Warbreak here. I knew he needed to Tornado that. I just wanted him to not go in Graveyard on the left side with the Baby Dang, so I can get a really great kite here with the Valkyrie, killing also the Ice Fist, I guess, or like at least damaging it enough. So okay, we are 1 elixir behind, but I know like what is he supposed to do? He could play a Tombstone, which is okay for me. He could go in for his Skelly King, which is also okay. I think I'm just gonna Fireball the Tombstone here. Just want to bait out a move from him. I know if he goes in for Skelly King in the back, I can just go in for the opposite lane pressure with the duel. If he goes in Baby Dragon in the back, I could just play an Phantom against it. So we're going aggressive here. He goes in for his Barbarian Ball, and as you guys are seeing here, that was actually a pretty lucky shot. So right now we're doing a huge mistake. That was an absolutely crazy good Phantom placement. And what should I do now? I should go in for the guards on top of the graveyard, and yeah, what I'm gonna do, or at least play the Valkyrie high enough. Yeah, that was an actually horrible Valk placement, since that was like the problem. The Valk actually pulled the Skelly King. I think I should have played it higher to just splash on top of the Skelly King and also some skeletons, because right now this is the worst placement I could do. If I go in like for a lower spot, at least the Skelly King doesn't get pulled by the Valk and doesn't splash the tower and goes into the Inferno. But with this middle placement, first of all, the skeletons still on top of the Skelly King, the ability skeletons still get on top of my tower, and also I'm not able to defend the Skelly King since it will splash. So that was the worst possible placement I should do, or like I have done in the situation. And for sure I should have played it way higher or way lower. Most likely way higher, take some damage, and then going for guards here. Since it's double elixir, I would have gotten it really easy. So as you guys are seeing here, we would have gotten a ton of damage, but not as much as we got here. So the Valkyrie didn't really do anything. I'm now gonna go guards, and as you guys can see, the guards would have been like really good in this situation if I would have played them, yeah, in the back. We still would have gotten some damage, but yeah, at least we would have been maybe up in elixir, or I would have still been able to do something in the game. So I'm just gonna go in for a drill on the left side, but the Baby Dang, even the Baby Dang isn't like a really good drill answer, it still was fine situation. So I'm just gonna go guards here. I guess he's just gonna go Skelly King in the back, so I was like, okay, I need to go all in. I need to go all in, but the Baby Dang gets so much value. So I'm gonna play this here. He goes in for a Tornado here, and that was so unfortunate. I thought for 1 second the dual Warbreak get on tower. Also, I thought maybe I should have gone for a Predictive Fireball situation here. So what I'm gonna do right now is just gonna go in for this. He goes in for most likely right now for his Poison. Bomber is putting in some work, but I know I cannot really do anything. I cannot really spend. I just need to hope just one skeleton connects. We got kind of lucky there, because I cannot really overcommit there with a defensive Warbreaker to tank some skeletons. I need to really rely on luck there and just go in on offense. So this time I'm just going to go for a Fireball here. I need to also go in for a Fire Spit, since the Baby Dang was like chipping on the left tower. As you guys can see here, also the left tower is under 700 HP. So here I'm just gonna go in for my guards here on the left, and I was like, okay, this is over, right? This is over. So I'm gonna play his deck and trying to win is also the Bomber. Yeah, we're also losing the left side tower, right? So what I can do right now is just gonna go once again for another Goblin duel, going also for Bomber on the right side, and yeah, going in for guards here, which is fine. Also going in for the Warbreaker. The good thing is the Bomber right side kills that. And I'm just gonna be like, okay, I need to defend the Baby Dang, maybe like we get some damage, but look at this, he throws a poison, and the one Warbreaker gets a connection. The Bomber is still alive, he didn't have Barbarian Barrel and Cycle, and he's also too low to go in for his Tornado. The Bomber gets the final shot, the guard is on tower, 47 HP, 61 HP, we're winning this one 20-0 by just copying opponent's deck. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section if you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to subscribe, and also make sure to use creator code MOD in the shop. One of the greatest videos of all time on my channel. I would say I'm out. Thanks for watching, and have an awesome rest of your day.